Confabulation.
音の科学者グアムへ。
For the world's elite, nothing separates them from the crowd like cruising 45,000 feet up in a luxury jet. Private jet charters are the only way to escape to the world's most exotic locations at a moment's notice. And behind every private charter is a seasoned staff who cater to the client's demands both in the air and on the ground at their destination. Charter flights and staff of Hunter1 JETS. And just as in reality, each week brings a new group of chartered guests with outrageous jetting off from our home base in Florida to the crystal blue waters, white sands, and year-round sunny beaches of the Caribbean, the backyard playground for America's elite. Once in the air, the crew will prepare our in-flight meal and consult with the client to see what activities they'd like to participate in on the ground. Then when at the destination, they'll be on-location catering to our clients' beck and call.
Interesting, luxurious, I would say fabulous profession. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yes. What I do is luxury vacation planning, luxury jets, luxury yachts, private jets, I should say, and private yachts, private vacations. It comes with, it just depends on the client if they need security or if they're just a family outing or they want to go to a different country, domestic or international. We plan everything from A to Z, and we're on call 24/7 for the duration of your travels.
So you have do you have a large team of employees that work with you?
I have independent contractors, 12.
Okay. And so this takes you having to know quite a bit or having a lot of connections basically with the resorts, the owner of the resorts and
Or the general managers and management. Over the years, I've built up a vast network of resources and great relationships. And so it's a win-win for both because it's something that they would like me to recommend my clients. And if I feel as though it's perfect, spot for what they're traveling or what their travels may be, we customize their itinerary. All they have to do is show up. We do the car pickup, plane, hotel, you name it. It's all there.
That's a lot of work, but I would sure love to be one of your clients.
I would love for you to be one of my clients. Believe me.
We could get that to happen. You also
I hope so.
You also had a show, right? That almost aired.
Yeah, we had a show that almost happened, but the network felt as though it was quite expensive to produce. So it didn't go off, and they didn't want it to compete with another show that was going on, which is fine. I understand.
What was the name of your show?
It was going to be Luxury Travel. No, I'm sorry. Luxury Travels. Hunter1 JETS was going to be the name of the show. What it basically was going to do is show how the wealthy like to travel, have their food catered and planned to exotic locations. So we were going to be filming in Tula, Mexico. We were going to go through the islands of Bahamas, Aruba, and then over to Hawaii. But our base was here in Florida.
Okay.
So yeah, on private jets with catering, with staff, the staff of Hunter1 JETS.
Now, what do the majority of your clients, what kind of business are they into?
Some are business moguls, um, business property development, entertainers, some celebrities, some athletes. But our thing is keeping our clients, what I call our high net worth clients, secrecy, and meaning keeping their identity under wraps because it's for them. You never know. And then some ask for security, some don't. And I says, okay, whatever they tell us, they give us their information. We customize their itinerary. We email it to them. If they agree, they say this is perfect. Then we go with it. If they want to make some amendments, we're up for that as well. Whatever it is to make them happy and satisfied. It's not about the money or the money that Hunter1 is going to make, but it's the satisfaction of the client, because that happy client's going to tell another person and another person. And we want to build relationships, long-term relationships with our clients. We never tell them no if possible.
That's really nice, and it's one of the great things is that you also provide security for them, and that's
Yes,
huge.
yes, yes. We have security worldwide.
So I know that you have to, you have to keep your clients' secrecy. So you wouldn't be able to tell us any of your clients that you
No,
had.
no, I can't do that.
But we could
I swore an oath.
but we could just imagine, what is the most luxurious event that you've had to plan for a client?
Planned for a client over in Greece, in Mykonos, Greece.
Mm.
They wanted to leave LA, fly to Amsterdam, pick up another couple, then go to Mykonos, Greece. They want a yacht, which I had waiting, and then they wanted to take a helicopter from Mykonos to was it? I want to say Santorini. They wanted to go a helicopter from Mykonos to Santorini. So I said, okay, not a problem. I arranged everything. I contacted my friends over in Mykonos. I sent them the itinerary. They says, okay, let's go. So when they left Van Nuys in Los Angeles, arrived in Amsterdam, and I tracked the flight all the way there to make sure, and we prepared because they were from a different country. So we prepared their native meals, and that really kind of threw them off.
Wow, that's
Yes.
pretty cool.
Yes.
So how did you get into this business?
Well, I started selling cars, and then I came across some NBA players, and I started noticing how they would travel, things they would do. So I said, you know what, this seems pretty interesting. So I kind of dove into it, learned a little bit about it, and just launched a company and just took off from there.
What was your greatest challenge in getting into this business?
Is the knowledge and making the contacts about the private jet industry. That was a real challenge, understanding how it works, the cost, extra costs added that some companies will charge you. And then when I started going to shows and meeting owners of the plane, and 90% of the jet companies that do private jet business, they're brokers. They don't own their planes. There's owners that own the planes that put their planes out to offset the cost.
Your motto with your company, when I took a look at your page, the best. You have to have the best.
The best or nothing.
Or nothing. The
That's
best
it.
or nothing.
There's no in between. There's no in between. It's the best or nothing.
That, I tell you, that's definitely a selling point.
Yeah. It's the best or nothing. There's no in between. My thing is to make people dreams of travel becomes a reality. That's my goal. And to make sure you have an unforgettable experience.
Mm,
And you say, you know what? I got to call him back.
yeah.
I'm going to tell my friend George or his wife, her friend Maria, whoever, you got to call this guy.
So now, do you see yourself having to take some new precautionary measures, and when we get out of this pandemic and we get back,
Absolutely. Yes.
um,
Yes. Again, it comes back to safety. We're going to provide everything that's needed to ensure your safety, your guests or your kids, to make sure you feel comfortable about traveling. It has to be. It has to be that way.
yes,
If I'm going to book a resort or something, or a house on the beach or island or a villa, I want to know what safety measures are they taking. If they're not taking something that's up to standard, then we can't do business. My client would not come there, and I would tell them why.
I love your passion and your tenacity when it comes to your business and client
Look, man, just keep
satisfaction.
trying. You just keep pushing. I don't believe in no, because for every no, there's a yes behind that no. You just got to keep knocking. And one thing about challenges, your greatest breakthrough is your most resistant. But
Mm,
you got to persevere and just keep the faith. See, my thing is, from a biblical standpoint, when the Bible was written, it had no scripture, it had nothing, but it was written on faith and what's here. And you just keep going, just keep going. They had nothing to study, but they were writing from experience and what they'd gone through and what was presented.
nice. So you had a story that you had told me, and it was very powerful. It was in our pre-discussions, but it was about
Right.
someone who really believed in you and gave you that chance, because you've also had your share. You weren't born with a silver spoon in your.
Not at all.
You've had, you are from DC, and,
Yes.
but you had family that grew up in the South, and you
Yes.
definitely know have had your share of racism and had your share of social injustice.
Yes.
Um, and I remember you telling me a very beautiful story about someone when you first, got out of prison, because at one point you were incarcerated
Yes.
when you were young.
Hmm. Yes.
And, you talk about this man who really gave you and
The
really
opportunity.
felt on the line. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. My younger days, I was a little stubborn, hard headed, didn't listen. Um,
We all go through that.
yeah. And then, I got myself in trouble, went to prison for 5 years. Um, but I created something while I was there. I took that negative and made it a positive and started speaking to kids and schools and things like that. And when I returned home, my thing was, I need to make money and I need to make it now. So I went to the car dealership, applied, and they turned me down. And I met this guy named Val Jackson. And he said, you give him a job or I leave. And at that time, he was the number one dog in the camp. I mean, selling. This man was a machine. So he created an opportunity. And everything comes down, if you're going to get into business, is customer service makes a huge difference. You can't please everybody and satisfy everybody. Yes, that's true. But find that one thing and zone in on it about winning and being the best.